Hello YouTube, welcome to an episode of Just Get It There. Just want to talk to you, say what's up, see what's new. Let you know I've been sitting here in Joliet, Illinois since Wednesday evening, not feeling well, so I took a little time off to get myself to feel a little better. But I wanted to talk about safety and all these companies and how they preach safety, but they don't understand what safety actually is. As you see, I got a regular bed. It's got 2 mattresses on it. And when I lift this bed up, watch what happens. Here we go. Up we go. Now, see if I got this bed up. If I let go, watch what happens. I let go, and down it goes. The pistons need new pistons on it. The shop tells me that's the pistons that come with Freightliner, and the bed's too heavy because I have 2 mattresses on it. They're the mattresses that I got from GP Transco that are on that bed. They're not anything special. They're crap mattresses, as per usual, that these carriers give you. I've yet to find a carrier, I shouldn't say that, there's one carrier I know, as far as I know, that still gives these mattresses out. Swift used to give out memory foam mattresses to their drivers, 8-inch memory foam. Whether they do or not, still I don't know. That's the last mattress I had when I worked for Swift, and they were good, decent mattresses for the most part. They did what they gave you the rest, what you needed. These do not. All these are metal coils with a covering over it. Nothing more than that. But, you know, if they would just spend the time out, you know, Freightliner, if you know anybody that works at Freightliner, please tell them, say, hey, what are you doing here? Put some better pistons in here. You know, Freightliner, you could do a whole lot better job with these trucks than what you do. You know, you spec everything out for the cheapest way possible for a company to have. Take the time out, put some better, do a better job with these cabinets. Whoever did these cabinets is an idiot. I don't like them. There's a lot of cabinets in the Freightliner, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like them. They can do a better job on the cabinetry, and especially the wardrobe cabinet. You can barely hang anything in there. It's completely ridiculous. It don't make any sense. How about we put stuff where it's better? How about building things better and more in line with everything else? Now, this brings me back to my safety point. You know, the Federal Motor Carrier, FMC for short, is supposed to be standing for safety. Yet they keep coming out with these rules, regulations on everything. Some are good, some are bad. A lot of times they're bad. But they don't crack down on these manufacturers that are making these trucks and taking a few minutes and actually doing a better job. They could do a lot better if they actually took the time out and did it right. Like putting Freightliners, I've seen a video a while ago that Freightliners now putting, when they get these windows, they're putting little hatches there so you can get out of your truck. Kenworth had them, and Peterbilt, as far as I know, Peterbilt had them for a lot longer than anybody else. The only difference is that theirs is some of them are an actual window like the Kenworths have, but some of them are actually a full-length door where you can actually get out of your truck in case of said fire, in case the hood starts on, in case the hood goes up on flames. You can still get out of your truck. You're in an accident, you can still get out of your truck, prevailing you have no life-threatening injuries. It's smarter. They need to do better. These manufacturers need to stop, you know, whether you're dealing with Mack, Volvo, International, Kenworth, Peterbilt, Freightliner, Western Star, no matter who you're dealing with, they all say they're about safety, but where's the driver's safety involved so the driver can get out of that said truck in case of an emergency? You know, Freightliner has the auto start. You open your door, go to the bathroom, you got to come back in, shut the truck off, otherwise the auto start will beep the horn. That's not safe. That's annoying to other drivers. Freightliner, at least if you open your door and get out of your truck to go to the bathroom or go do whatever, you can leave the auto start on, or whatever you want to call Freightliner's version of the auto start. The problem I have with Freightliner's auto start is you got to leave the key in the ignition for the auto start to work in the on position. And you can disable that auto start while the truck's running. And the moment that you turn, you can push your brakes in, and they can drive away with your truck. If they're stealing it, they can drive away with your truck with the key in the ignition, whether it's running or not, because then you can just start the truck up. Now, Kenworth, you could take your keys out of the ignition and not leave it in the ignition, and the auto start works. Because the moment you push the brakes in with the auto start, the truck stalls, won't run. You need the key you need to start the truck up with the key in the ignition. The key interrupts all that. You open the hood on the Kenworth, it shuts it off. Same thing with the Freightliner. I don't know about Western Star. I don't know about Volvo or International, if they had the same system or if it works the same way. But I do know Freightliner, since I've been away from Kenworth for a little bit longer than I wanted to be, because this company does have Kenworths, but they don't want to buy new ones because they'd rather spend the money on these Freightliners, because they claim that the Kenworths don't get the fuel economy. I find that hard to believe, that Kenworth is not getting the fuel economy. There'll probably be a lot of people telling me, oh yeah, no. Kenworth gets good fuel economy. The Internationals I have are averaging 9, and they got a Cummins engine in it. Kenworth can average that, because I drove them with the PACCAR engine. I drove them with the Cummins engine in them. I average the same fuel economy, if not better, than I am getting out of this Freightliner. But it all depends on the parameters that these carriers set them at. And I guarantee you they got them set wrong. Because they're listening to somebody that doesn't have a clue. Instead of listening to a driver that's driven these trucks, they're listening to a person that sits behind a desk and gets recommendations by some jack-off sitting behind another desk with a computer that does this in a study room where they're doing all these in not natural weather. Kenworth, on the other hand, does test their equipment out in the real world. I've seen it down in Las Vegas. I've seen Kenworth testing a lot of their different styles and that out in Las Vegas, in the Las Vegas area. Now, back to what I was saying. Let's get back to making things safe versus not making things safe. You know, I like working for GP Transco, but listen to drivers that actually have experience and have knowledge. Whoever, because if you want to come to work for GP, be more than happy to come here. They reimburse you for pretty much everything. I get pretty much reimbursed for everything that I buy. I've been running my tail off since I got here in early December. Even with a few hiccups, they've been taking care of me, making sure I got things done. So I can kind of recommend GP to a point, but I can't. I don't give anybody my full endorsements like I used to do at Millis or Crete, because I end up getting smoked or burned by them two companies. But I will say GP tries to take care of their equipment as best as they can. They do 90% of the work in-house. They very rarely send it to a dealer unless that has to go to a dealer. But I will say, for the most part, since I've been here, they've been treating me fairly well. My dispatcher is pretty awesome. Can't beat him on that. If you come here and you get Ethan as your dispatcher, tell him I said hello. Tell him Gene says hello. Tell him Truck 2. If you're watching this as of January 26th, I believe today's date is, 2025. Tell him Gene, truck number 232114 says hello. But on that note, that's it for now. Bye for now.